wood expanse with a fingertip. "Nevertheless, Majesty, I'm afraid it's very clear. You must invite the fairies to the naming day of a girl-child so that they may bless her. You know, beauty, kindness, quick wits," he added under his breath. The king thrust out his lip.
"The boys do all right without that nonsense."
The vizier did not blink. "Of course, Majesty."
"We invented void flight and everything. No magic involved. No blessings."
The king pointed at the 2D cast behind his desk. It was a reconstruction of the exact path the first exploratory rover had taken when it made planetfall. A panorama of dull red rocks and darker sand creeping toward a sepia horizon. The king had set the cast to repeat itself endlessly.
"Do you see that, Rupert? We did that. We Thorns. It's amazing. Phenomenal. Beautiful."
"Yes, Majesty." The vizier did not point out that the rover had been unmanned. Nor did he point out that the rover's landing site now hosted the Voidport, a high-end shopping establishment for off-world visitors, and a full set of embassies, and that the king himself had never set foot on that planet. The cast restarted its loop. The vizier cleared his throat.
"What? Oh,"
said the king. He blinked and pressed his fingers over his eyes, creating a nest of fine wrinkles in the skin.
"What will the investors think? The Thorns will look stupid, I will look stupid, and the consort will probably laugh at me."
"Oh," thought the vizier, "that's almost inevitable." He cleared his throat again. "Call it exactly what it is, Majesty, a quaint custom from the homeworld. Use the naming as an opportunity to remind your subjects about our origins. Use it as a celebration of our progress." The king frowned. "Thorne progress, Majesty." The vizier smiled. He practiced that smile in the mirror every day, lips curved around just the palest hint of teeth, eyes firmly blank. "It could be an excellent public relations move. Insist on a reenactment of sorts, a pageant. If His Majesty will permit, I've taken the liberty of drawing up some names of suitable ladies who might play the 12. "Fine." The king was already glazing over. He flitted his fingers at the vizier.
"All right, whatever."
"But I would like His Majesty's advice on who should play the 13th. The king blinked.
"What?"
The vizier rebooted his smile. "The 13th fairy, Majesty. She was the one who cursed Talia."
"Then why would we want her? She was bad luck, right? We don't want bad luck."
The king grinned suddenly.
"The consort's mother would be a good choice, though." "Ha! No, skip the 13th fairy. Leave that part out. Make the ceremony an exact reenactment. I want it perfect. Only—"
He stopped.
"The fairies won't come. You're certain? They're not, I don't know, Xenos or something?"
The vizier controlled a tiny sigh. "No, Majesty, they are not Xenos. They will not come." The king glanced uneasily at the cast, as if the beings in question might be hiding behind the rust-colored rocks.
"Well, but what if they do?"
The fairy invitations were written on vellum, hand-scribed with genuine ink and a genuine pen in period-specific calligraphy that only the vizier himself could write, much less read. He could have written the cook's favorite cobbler recipe, or enumerated the king's favorite athletic teams, or made a list of all the bullies he'd survived during his childhood. But, being both arithmancer and historian, the vizier was more than a bit obsessive and very devoted to detail, so it is no surprise that he wrote the invitations as best he could to the specifications set forth in the record. He had to consult with the court astronomer to calculate the calendar for a single moon and the homeworld's longer solar revolution, and although he consulted with local biologists for local equivalents, he chose in the end to use homeworld fauna. "The Royal House of Thorne requests the honor of your presence at the naming day of the Princess Rory Thorne on the first day of the 7th moon in the year of the wolf." Lacking the authentic delivery system, sparrows being in short supply and not well suited to tesserhex, the vizier elected to leave the invitations neatly rolled and tied with silk ribbons in a secluded corner of the royal gardens. He tucked them into the branches of the single homeworld tree species that would grow in the light of a foreign sun. It was not a large tree, and the vizier felt sorry for it, burdened as it was under the weight of the tradition. He gave the gardener strict orders to leave the invitations alone.